And we are back. Finally, we are back on that streak of not having shows for long periods of time because it's funny because we get busy with life, busy with golf, when we should be doing podcasts about golf because this is the time to play golf. And of course, Matt's dogs are here. You can hear them squeaking in the background. They are very good at that. But welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I think it's been since Branson since we spoke. Since before Branson. Was it before Branson? Did we not talk about Branson?
I don't think we ever did a recap.
No, we did a recap.
We had to have done a recap.
Yeah, we did.
We did a recap of Branson. Yeah. We did a recap of Branson.
We're not that far behind.
But yeah, we're back. We're here. We got a great show for everybody today. We got a guest. Matt has been harping on us to get this guest in here, and we're gonna bring him on here in just a second.
He was harping on me to get him on the pod.
He was harping on Matt. Yeah,
it's just arch rival. I mean, it's basically what it is.
It's exactly what it is. Matt's arch enemy, arch rival, will be on the show, Mr. Kory Glasgow. We're gonna let him in just a second, but before that, we're gonna give you just kind of a idea of what's gonna happen today. We are going to let in Kory. We're going to have some discussions. We're going to recap the rounds and stuff that we had previously and anything that was happening in the news. I believe we also had the Open Championship just occurred. And in all honesty with that, it really didn't feel like it just kind of ended to me. There was nothing spectacular about it. It just ended. But we'll talk about that. And then
I have some exciting news.
We're gonna put in. Matt has some exciting news, but we'll talk about that here in a minute.
We don't care about Matt.
Kory's been in the waiting room waiting. And I've never had a guest before, so I'm not sure how to let him in. We're gonna see how this goes. But let's go ahead and click the accept button here and bring him in. Oh, see,
there he is.
He wasn't paying attention. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a 5-time 2024 Division I winner. Currently sitting at 9th in Division I Player of the Year for the nation. First in Kansas City in Division I Player of the Year, leading Matt by 1,308.05 with a yes, I did the math.
You got to include that 05.
With a whopping 4,011.67. Resident floppy hat wearer, new arch rival of Matt Foreman, hailing from Westwood, Kansas, Mr. Kory Glasgow. Kory, welcome in.
Woo! Thank you. I appreciate that. What an intro.
I wrote all of that up. I tell you right now, I wrote all that up while I was eating a hamburger that I made on my Blackstone. I multitask when I'm doing stuff. Kory, welcome in. How are you doing, sir?
You know, man, I'm doing pretty well. Just got back from a lake trip with the wife, so she's happy.
A lake
about
trip
that.
with the wife? Did you get to play golf at all, or was it a no golf?
It was a no golf, but it's going for future golf adventures. So it went to a good cause.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you got to put in the time. It's give and take. It is a give and take. It is a give and take. Unlike Matt here, who just takes off.
I played 3 rounds on our honeymoon, so.
I know.
Yeah,
Haley, if you're listening, you are a saint. Like.
She's just a saint for putting up with him.
We've already talked about this at one point and how he got away with that. We're still not sure.
I'm going to say, you're one lucky man. I got one and was like, blessed.
But anyway, so Kory, this is how it's going to work. We kind of put all this together in the morning. We have this agenda that we follow, but we don't really follow. We just kind of go off in different directions. A little bit of structure here, but we're going to bring you in on the conversation. We already did our little introduction. Tell everybody that we're late because we don't do these on time on the bi-weekly schedule. We are pretty much ad hoc at this point. But we were going to do a recap of everything that's been going on since our last one, and I think we were just in a heated debate about whether we did Branson. But we already did Branson, so we don't have to worry about Branson. But the last one after Branson was good old Creekmore.
Oh boy, that was a rough one for me. That was for sure.
Rough one.
Hello there.
Matt.
Sorry, I was trying to get that ready for when
you were trying to get that ready for the introduction, and you just completely blew it. Don't worry. I'll edit it in post. I'll put it all together in post. And we'll
That's
we'll
why
make
I was
it.
running back and forth from the van. So
We'll make it as
that's
awkward
where
as
I'm trying to
possible.
find a screwdriver.
You gotta get
Yeah.
the little kids with the lightsaber.
You realize we can't really see you because your camera's like sitting so low. Like
No,
always, no,
I mean,
all
I'm
we,
sitting so low.
literally all we see is neck up, part of your shoulders, like your traps and your neck up, and then what appears to be either a lightsaber or something unsavory.
I do love the lightsaber touch.
Dude, he literally like I think this is the second time he's busted that out on the show.
Well, the first time the batteries were dead, and I've been trying to switch the batteries since I got home so I could have it ready for when Kory came in, and it just didn't happen. So
Yeah, so
better late
again,
than never.
whenever I put out a Facebook thing, I'll just put it in there. I'll just edit it together and say like, it'll be the most botched together thing you'll ever see, but it'll be there.
I love
But
it.
anyway, we were gonna recap. I think we had Creekmore, we had Shoal Creek. I had my 72 tournament, which I'll be pretty brief in that. It was just a good casual round of 72 holes of golf in 3 days. And then we had some stuff this weekend, just casual golf rounds. But I will say that Monday at Creekmore, nothing gets me more excited than Creekmore in peak Creekmore condition. That rough was exactly as you would think it would be. It's just crazy thick. Oh yeah, much better. Now we can see your face. I mean,
Not that we want to, but
even though you have a face for radio, you're not even in front of the camera now. You're just kind of angled off.
There we go. Now we're good.
Oh, much better. Much better. But anyway, but peak Creekmore condition. Greens were running fast. Fairways were in great shape. The rough was super freaking thick. I mean, to the point where it was like what you want to hit out of the rough, you shouldn't hit out of the rough. Like yeah,
Well,
I'm 200
wasn't
out.
as
I'm gonna
long
pull
as
up my
it normally
forehand.
is.
No, what?
It wasn't as thick as it normally is, but
What?
or tall. Wasn't
It
as
was
tall as
grabby. It
but
was real grabby.
thick.
Yeah, it was like matte. It was real grabby.
it was real thick in my office too, in my AC. It was kind of nice.
You didn't. Oh, that's right. You didn't play.
I didn't. I was sitting in my
didn't
office,
play. You didn't,
nice
you
and
didn't have the
cool.
pleasure.
I played the day before, but I didn't had to play
mine-
APT.
Hindsight, I wish I was in the office that day enjoying the cool AC.
Dude,
I was
more of a
actually on
punishment.
PTO. I took a full week of PTO that week. And on Monday, I mean, it was so freaking hot down there. After the weekend that we had, like 80, and then it jumped up to like 100 degrees. And luckily, there was a breeze, which, I mean, Creekmore, it was a shotgun start, which was great, in my opinion. But at the same time, my starting hole was 9B. So starting that hole with a southern wind was probably, a really bad way to start the day. I ended up winning Division 3. Yay!
First one?
Yeah.
Is that your first one?
Yes, that's my first one in Division 3. I've
Congrats,
checked my
there
box.
we go.
I've checked my boxes. Stay in Division 3. Check. Win 1 in Division 3. Actually, it wasn't even on my list. It was just stay in the top 5 in Division 3. But right now, I have to hold off Brandon and Matthew Morgan for Player of the Year, which I'll probably hold him off. Brandon always comes through with that Player of the Year.
Mhm.
He's
Well, I
gonna.
don't see you getting promoted by the end of the year to 2. So
I'm not going to.
Brandon
Speaking
has no
of-
chance.
Speaking
Do what?
of Brandon trying to sneak up on you, I'm surprised he didn't come up to Iowa where Matt is following me.
Oh, dude, he's totally
I don't
following
think
me.
I'm leaving Matt
Uh-huh.
here.
Yeah.
All 10 guys playing?
So Brandon was going to, but he has to move his mom on Sunday. So
Your dog is really going to town on that too.
I did boy. What are you doing?
No, but no, you're. We did have the conversation that you are following him, like you're following him like his shadow.
To be fair,
Like
I didn't even know Kory was in the Iowa one. And
oh,
then-
Sure, sure.
I've been looking at it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, maybe you'll go. And then,
There's only like 10 people playing in the whole event.
well, no, and then I went to sign up for it, and I was like, and then I saw Kory's name at the top of the list, and I was
He
like,
goes, "Now I have to
now
go."
I have to go.
now I have to go.
Blame you. It's a tight race. I was kind of worried until Shoal. That helped my nerves a little bit.
How was Shoal? I haven't played Shoal since I think so.
was
Last
pretty
year
good.
was my second year playing Shoal, and the squeaking is just killing me right now. Just all I hear is squeaking. Love the dog, but the squeaking's got to stop. Unless that's Matt. Matt's probably just doing that on his own. He's got his squeaky toy.
Mm-hmm.
No, last time, like the Shoal tournament last year, I don't know if you guys remember last year's Shoal tournament, but like we got there and it was a rain delay, so they pushed us to like later tee time so that public could go off, and we ended up like an hour and a half after our original tee times, and it was cart path only, so we ended up. Well, I just ended up going to the car and getting my push cart, and I ended up walking Shoal for that tournament. I'm like, nah, I'm not. We're not going anywhere. It's gonna take forever. But that was the last time I played Shoal, and it was in okay shape. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular.
We didn't really have to wait on anybody last weekend for that Shoal. It was
good, and for the amount of crap Shoal gets on Facebook, I went out there with the expectations it was going to be not in good shape, because that's all I see on Facebook is it's not great
It's
shape.
just it's overpriced for what it is.
That is
very overpriced.
But there's a difference.
What-
There's a big difference between overrated, overpriced, and being like a shit golf course.
I
And
agree.
And
But
to be
what
fair,
course-
it was kind of a shit golf course for like almost all of last year.
Yeah,
They
but
had
somebody,
the same issue Falcon Lakes is having right now.
yeah,
And what course in KC really, quote unquote, isn't overpriced? Which brings me to a good topic of
Utala.
Stone Canyon.
what is your consideration, or what are your qualifications of a quote unquote good golf course? Like, what
Ooh, he brought us the questions.
Whoa,
do you
this is a first.
because
I like
for
it.
me, like a good golf course is a golf course I'm going to where I'm not just hitting driver wherever the hell I want, hitting just wedges into greens. Like Creekmore is a good golf course. I hit more than just wedge. It makes me hit golf shots. And I mean, a lot of courses, especially for a player like Matt, for example, who hits it long ways, like a lot of courses for him is considered pitch and putt, like a minor. Like Matt's going to go out there and just practice wedges all day. Like I don't.
Well, his
consider
favorite course is a driving range, so let's just get that out there.
I mean, yeah, but for me, like a good golf course is just any golf course that I can go out and hit driver and then hit a possible 8-iron or 7-iron into a par 4. Like, granted, there's not many of those, but you got to at least have 1 or 2 of those.
So it depends on what tees you play at what course. Because the problem around Kansas City is we don't have a lot of, like, for people like me, there's not enough courses in Kansas City that are long enough to do that. Because, like, Falcon Lakes is 7,000 yards from the tips, but, like, the wind there makes it play way shorter or way longer. So it's either, like, you're hitting driver wedge or you're hitting driver, like, 4-iron, 5-iron.
Yeah, and I
So,
love
okay.
Like, there's... And
This-
then there's... Creekmore from the tips is, like, 7,200. Which, like, that course from the tips is definitely not a pitch and putt course.
No, it
the
makes
same
you
thing
hit
with
golf
the wind.
shots. It makes you hit golf. But okay,
honestly,
this is gonna
Stone Canyon. I feel like is one.
this is gonna come down to the age-old debate, like I used to have with my friends, like who's the greatest guitarist of all time. It's like it all comes down to what they're playing and what their playing level is. You know, there's somebody that plays a blues guitar that's going to be better than somebody that plays heavy metal. So, for example, like let's take, and no offense to Andrew here, but me and Andrew are higher handicaps. So places like Creekmore, places like Stone Canyon give us a ton of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for us,
Still like it, but
it's gonna.
I don't necessarily have the best round.
Still like it, but for us, are you going to have an enjoyable round of golf, or are you going to spend all day in the weeds and losing golf balls and getting frustrated and having a bad day?
I mean, I can go out to Falcon and have a hell of a day and go down and shoot a low 80 just because it plays to my strengths.
But if you break it down, and let's take long drivers, scratch golfers, mid handicaps, high handicaps out of the equation, what is your guidelines to qualify it as a good golf course? So are we talking like the
Condition?
greens are rolled and cut? the bunkers are raked and have decent sand that didn't get picked up from a tube at Ace Hardware.
I honestly say like Jeff City, like Jeff City Country Club. Like that to me is a good golf course. Like it's
I would
agree.
kept.
It's well kept. The greens rolled extremely nice. They weren't absolutely lightning fast, but they were fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say
places like for me, like it's like places like Jeff City, like Kirksville, like the old school like country club type golf courses.
Yeah,
and
like
going along with that, like it doesn't even have to be like an old school country club style. Like, and it doesn't look. And I get it. Every golf course is not going to be in great shape all year round, every day of the year. Are the greens good? Like well maintained? They aren't have pitch marks all over them
or crabgrass or anything.
Yeah, they don't hold tournaments every other day of the weekend where it's like you can never play. Like that's like the fairways can be whatever. Like you can play it up in the fairways when you play.
Yeah, but you don't want a fairway that's got. I mean, let's take Hillcrest last year for example. We played Hillcrest last year, and they were telling us, "Oh, keep the carts off of 17 and 18. We're trying to grow grass." You get out there, it's dirt. Like it's not even a fairway. That to me is like. I wouldn't pay for that. Like, I wouldn't even justify that as being decent. You still have to have at least a decent fairway. Because let's take, for example, and a lot of people like to hound me on this one, Unity Village. For what Unity Village is, it is extremely good shape. It gets you out and hitting golf clubs. And they keep it in very good shape. The rough is nice. The fairways are nice. The greens are nice. It's not the nicest course in Kansas City. It's not the most expensive course in Kansas City. But it gets the job done. I mean, it's like your standard little municipal golf course, to be honest.
Well, I think places like Hoots, like we played Hoots yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That place, honestly, we were talking about it. That could be an $80 golf course
if they put the time and money into it.
Well,
still never been there.
It's honestly super well kept. The greens, yes, they're a little bit. The grass was a little bit longer and they were super slow, but like those greens were rolling absolutely pure. There wasn't a ton of pitch marks everywhere. But, like, other than them being slow, though, like, that was a very well-kept golf course.
I like it. I mean, I like it, and don't get me wrong, like,
it's a fun layout.
It was a good honestly, it's a good place to get a confidence round in my opinion.
Going along with conditions, I think price also goes into it, because for me, like, originally I'm from Wichita. I grew up playing golf in Wichita. So we had McDonald Park, which is a municipal course in Wichita. Sand Creek Station out there, like those are like $35, $40 rounds, like with a cart. And those courses, Sand Creek up here is a Creekmore like round, Stone Canyon-esque course, and it's $40. Like Kansas City, just pricing compared to a lot of other. I mean, Mules, it's an hour outside of Kansas City. It was $32 on Monday. Like it's just like Kansas City courses just kill me with their pricing.
Well, and I'll take that a step further. So last year when we played Stone Canyon, Chris, who runs the St. Louis chapter of APT, came out to help out with the round, and he was on the dreaded 15th hole. And I was sitting there talking to him. I go, "What do you think of Stone Canyon?" He goes, "The fact that this is a public course is mind-boggling to me." He goes, "Out in St. Louis, he goes, this is a private course all day long."
Goes, even in Arkansas, it's
and he goes, "We don't have any public courses that are like this." And to be honest, I feel like we're a little spoiled in Kansas City because we have so many nice public courses that we could choose from. I mean, we have wild. Adams Point. Adams Point's public and in great shape all the time.
Winterstone,
Stone Canyon. Anything.
Missouri Golf's better than Kansas Golf.
Oh, absolutely.
Anything owned and operated by. Gosh dang it! I forget the name. I used to
Orion or something like that.
Orion, Orion is going to be exceptional. They own Sycamore, they own Minor Park, they own Adams Point and Winterstone, and they're all run extremely well, and they're well worth the money. Honestly, to me, Winterstone is the best balance between a good course and the price in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that's the next question. What would you say would be the balance? Like, in Kansas City, of all the golf courses, public, what course has the best balance of quality with price?
Stone Canyon.
Stone Canyon's
like 79 around, man.
I was gonna say that's a little high. Like you said, Winterstone's what, 60?
I don't know. I got Google.
So
50 or 60.
yeah, Stone's 79, but I feel like
Paradise Point's pretty good. I mean,
I haven't played Paradise Point
it's
in like
60,
Paradise-
and it's
forever.
in
Paradise
flawless
Yeah.
shape. I played it this morning, and it is literally in mint.
this
the
morning.
Outlaw
It's a
was
Monday
mint.
morning.
I have off Sundays and Mondays with my job.
Oh.
That's the best part.
Oh,
I
you're
just
one
feel
of
like
those.
with
Restaurant
I feel
lifestyle.
like with like Stone, I feel like year-round pricing.
Wait, what restaurant are we talking about here?
I run the Freddy's Frozen Custard in Lee Summit.
Nice.
Oh, fantastic! So I'll be driving down the street to get free Smash Burgers.
Come on by. Come on by.
Hey, just so you know, so this is off subject. I babysat my nieces for the first time. Me and Abby watched them on Friday, and we took them swimming at her cousin's house, which was awesome for them. And then we took them to Papo's Pizza in Lee Summit, and then we went to bowling, and then they wanted Andy's ice cream. Andy's sucked. It was so bad. It was so
that's
bad.
That's what you get
The
for
kid-
going to Andy's.
The kid at the window, man. I'm like, I weep for the next generation.
Well,
And
he
like,
probably misordered
I run the
everything, and
next
then
No, he
the
did.
custard didn't
He
come
did.
in time,
All I had-
and then he had to drive all around town to get more.
my smallest niece, I said she wanted to order her own, and I'm like, you order whatever you want, kiddo. And she gets up there, she goes, I want a chocolate with cherries and gummy worms. And the kid goes, what flavor? He literally asked each of us what flavor after we announced it, like clear as day. And then he got one of them wrong. He put peaches in there. I'm like, how do you get cookie dough and peaches mixed up?
I run one, and I run this next generation, so I am A, not shocked, B, like, at least he got one. I mean, you got that for
well,
yourself.
and I mean, at the same time, I mean, you know, what are you going to do? It's, you know, I should have went to Freddy's or Custards. Those are my go-tos.
You got to get the peanut
okay.
butter shake at Freddy's.
But back on the subject here. Back on the subject here. If you go to Winterstone on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and holidays before noon, it's $68, and that's with cart. Between 12 and 2 is 63. 2 to 5 is 58. Monday through Thursday is $55 until 2 p.m.
That's not bad.
That's not even Stone. Like, so in Stone Canyon, I haven't even. That's on their rate sheet. That's not even using like T-Quest or whatchamacallit.
Golf now.
Yeah, there you go. Golf now sucks.
It's not even
Yeah,
on
it
golf.
does.
It's not even on there.
I bought the membership thing for golf now, thinking like I was going to.
It's not worth it.
There's no courses. It's like oak
No.
country.
No,
and
you want to play
that's it.
Summit Ridge or Falcon Ridge,
What about the one and the something in
Grand
DeSoto
Summit.
that's
Grand Summit. Yeah,
you got one in DeSoto that's always on there. That's
Yeah,
Oak
terrible.
country.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I played it once and it was terrible.
Okay, so
yeah.
Actually, this is actually kind of shocking. Friday through Sunday and Monday. Wow, holidays. Open to $11.50, $73 at Stone Canyon. That's a little bit. I mean, it's just a little bit more than Winterstone, but I'd rather
Yeah.
play. I mean, I'd pay a little bit more and go to Stone Canyon.
Stone Canyon's got a better practice facility.
Okay, but anyway, back to that.
Stone
balance.
Canyon, in my opinion, year-round, Stone Canyon you cannot beat. Because in
No.
the winter, it's still very well kept in the off-season months, and
Mhm.
it's like $45-50 in the off-season. Like
That's-
and it's extremely well kept.
I was gonna say that's hard to beat. For me personally, I used to go Hillcrest back when I first moved here, but Swope is like
God, I miss.
the closest course to me. And Swope's not bad. It's usually in somewhat decent shape, and I mean it's a good challenging track. The greens I wish were just a little bit better. They're never too quick.
Every time I've played Swope, their greens haven't been anything spectacular.
They're always a little furry and just slow. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just kind of the norm out there. But if they got them quick, that course would be awesome, and it'd be really tough.
Yeah. No, and I haven't played Swope, and I know Swope's going to go through the renovations at the end of this year. And
I haven't played
need to
Swope
get
in a
around-
long time.
I need to get around in before they close down for the year. And then I will say I miss Hillcrest. I miss when Hillcrest was in actually good shape.
That course has great bones. It's great layout.
It's a classic course. Like that's your classic country club style course. Like Matt was talking about, like Jeff City. That's like a country club layout course.
Yeah, like Jeff City, Kirksville, or like that's like That's what I like golf courses, because like Excelsior is kind of the same way, honestly.
I love
If
Excelsior.
Blue Springs
It's just
could
like
get their stuff together, that course would be phenomenal.
They are. I will say they are starting to. So my friend Jason got me into these Thursday night leagues called Spark Golf, and it's all done through an app, and it's a rotation for this area. It's a rotation of 3 courses, and every Thursday it just rotates, and you play a Stableford style. You play individuals, but you play as a 2-man team in a Stableford, and you go between Blue Springs, Drum Farm, Royal Meadows, and I mean, you pay on the app. You just show up. You grab your cart. You go. You play against 2 other guys. It's in Blue Springs. I will say it was in decent shape. It's one of those courses where there's some holes that forces you to hit a draw, hit a fade. But a lot of the times you just got to be able to hit it down the middle, and it's a very straightforward golf course. And if you can't hit straight, you're going to be in trouble because those trees are very plentiful. It did kind of remind me.
Because Excelsior, Jeff City, like Kirksville, like places like that, it's like, yeah, I can hit driver everywhere I want to because like there's not a whole lot of trouble. But like once you get under those trees, like number 1 at Jeff City, like when Kory was there, basically the first hole is a dogleg right. I hit driver because I was trying to hit a big cut and I just hit it straight. And I was like, I see it land. I'm like, oh, I'm just behind a tree. It's not that bad. And I get up there, and there's like 3 more trees in front of that tree that I couldn't see from the tee box. And I was like, oh, well, this fucking sucks.
That's how Hillcrest always was. Hillcrest was like there.
It's very well placed trees. But
I mean, Hillcrest was what you started out. You started out with a 213-yard par 3 downhill, and then it was what was it? 1, 2, 3. I think it was holes 4
from the back.
4 is the par 5 going up the hill, and then 5.
The one that has just big mature trees that line the fairway on either side, and if you put one too far right or left, you're screwed. Like
that's 3. The par 5 that kind of goes down and then back up.
It goes down and up. That's the hole where somebody stole my friend's golf ball. He hit it. I swear to God, he hit it on the fairway, and a kid ran out of nowhere, grabbed it, and ran off. Like we're on the tee box yelling, like, "What in the hell?" Like we've never seen it before. It's like, what the hell just happened? But no, I mean, that's what was our go-to a long time ago, and that was right after they went from private to public. And I mean, like I said, I loved Hillcrest. I wish more were like Hillcrest. I don't know if you guys have played Lakewood Oaks here in Lee Summit. It's weird, but it's a fun weird. Like it's got some narrow holes.
Is it a country club?
It is a country club. It is private. I used to have a friend who was a member, and there was one summer we played it like 4 or 5 times, and then for work we play a scramble there for TGS, one of our providers of like hardware and software for our work. But it's a challenging course. It's a really weird kind of challenging though. It runs through a neighborhood. They're very narrow. There's a lot of trees, like tons and tons of trees. There's one that actually like it's such a hard dogleg left that you literally have to lay up because if you cut the corner and you fuck it up, you're hitting duplexes. Like you're literally gone. Like if you hit it too far straight, you're in someone's backyard. Like it is.
Specialize in duplexes.
Yes, you do.
Good thing Serpro can fix it.
But yeah, but I guess that's okay. Okay, let's go back to the question at hand here. What in Kansas City would you say is the best? And we'll go by each person here. Best balance for price and what you get.
Stone King.
Stone King.
I'm saying Swope.
Swope. Hey, we went wild card on that one.
Wild.
Andrew. Wild card. What did you say? Why?
I said wild card.
Wild card, yeah, wild card. If anybody watches It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Wild card.
Nope.
Who cut the
There's
brakes?
just no range. There's a range at Swope.
Heart of America has one. You can go down to Heart of America.
Yeah, the dirt track.
I go with Stone though because of the practice facilities. Because you can work on just about everything.
Stone.
Yeah.
Mine would be mine's a toss up. It's either Adams Point or Winterstone. I think Adams Point kind of wins out on that one because they actually have a decent range. They have a decent practice area.
They got a nice little chipping area.
The layout of the course is nice too, and it's always green.
Range. It's balls green onto the highway.
Yeah, and
almost hit that van.
It's always green before everybody else. Like for some reason, it's always green before every other course.
It's called spray paint.
Yeah, it is. It is called spray paint. They go out there with the stuff they spray on hockey rinks and just spray it out there in green.
Yep.
I would play Adams Point more if it just wasn't so far away from me. But other than
that's
that,
how I feel about Excelsior Springs.
I just wish. Granted, everything to me is an hour away, so
if I lived,
I'm driving an hour right now.
Excelsior, I would be. If I lived 30 minutes from Excelsior, I'd be a member there.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down. Shit, I almost kind of want to move there. But no, they don't have good internet, and I need internet. But I know. I had something in my head, but now I can't get it out. I was like, had something, but
that's called ADHD.
You ever get that? It's not really ADHD. It's like, it's kind of like whenever you're trying to think of a song while another song is playing, you just can't do it. Like it's kind of like a pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time kind of thing. But anyway, moving forward, we'll go into some of the topics at hand here. We were going to talk about the Olympic golf coming up. That's the next big thing. To me, the Open, like, it was okay, but it just felt like it came and went, and it was like nothing.
There was no drama for it.
It was just gone. Like, it was like Xander won, whoopee, and then it kind of went off. I did learn that there are actually 5 claret jugs. Did you know that?
I saw that video on it.
There's 5 jugs. There's one that the winner holds, and it goes immediately back into the RNA headquarters and doesn't come out. There's a second one that the winner gets to keep, and that's the one that they can take with them.
They can do all their media with and all that stuff.
Yep. Then there are 3 that literally travel around and do like tours, and if there's any press or if like they're doing an event before the thing, they display that claret jug instead of
like for the qualifiers, all that stuff. They throw it out there.
The real one comes out for the event and goes right back into the RNA building at St. Andrews. So I learned that this week. That was pretty cool. But for the Olympics, they will be playing at Le Golf National. It is somewhere in Paris, France. It says 43 kilometers outside of France. Paris. I don't know where that is or how far that is.
It's in France. So
yeah, we'll just say it's in France. Par 72, 73.31 yards. They're playing a long one. I was a little shocked to see how long that was. Quick rundown of who's in the field. I was a little surprised to see who was in the field, but of course, sitting at the top of the list, Scotty Scheffler at a plus 300. He's expected to win gold medal, followed by Xander Schauffele at 525. John Rahm, Live Golf represent at plus 700, followed by Rory McIlroy, Ludwig Aberg. Colin Morikawa is going off at 1100, and then Tommy Fleetwood, Joaquin Niemann, Hideki Matsuyama, Shane Lowry, Fitzpatrick, representing Great Britain. Some of the notable names: Wyndham Clark's going off at a plus 5,000. I don't think he has a.
I don't think they
have a whole lot of hope for him.
Joaquin Niemann or John Rahm, look out!
Oh yeah,
but Rahm's just coming off that win on his Live tour.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. Rahm. Actually, I watched day 1 and day 2 of the Live events, and they're pretty fun. They're pretty fun to watch, honestly. Like, I like the shotgun start, and I like the team aspect. It is kind of weird seeing them in shorts, but the party hole thing that they have going is also pretty cool. They all get their kind of own little walk up music. Let's see who's down here at the very bottom. Some guy from like Peru is going off at plus 50,000. I may get on ESPN bet. Maybe have an ESPN bet and like put $1 on him.
Not a bad play.
No real notable names sitting at the bottom of the list here. CT Pan, of course. He's representing Chinese Taipei. I did see one. It was like something Ortiz representing France. And I'm like, what? That doesn't. Is that typo? But no, what we were going to do is we were going to make our picks of who's going to win gold.
I like
at
that.
the Olympics. Let's just go around the room here and see. Let's start with you, Kory. Kory's our guest. He can go first.
All right. Well, are we going to do like gold, silver, bronze, or do you just want gold? Like,
we'll just go gold. Go gold.
For gold, I'm going to go with someone who's been kind of playing hot, but hasn't really gotten it done all the way. And I'm going to go Joachim Neiman. Heard it here first.
He's going off at a plus 2,000. He's representing Chile. Isn't he on Live? Didn't he move to Live?
Yeah,
he's on the.
Okay.
That's
not a bad. That's not a bad pick.
It's Torque. He's on Team Torque.
I'm addicted to the plus sign as well, as they say. The old gambling.
Yeah.
You addicted? What was that?
I'm addicted to the plus sign, as they say.
You're a sports bettor. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, and I love me a good high odds. We love.
Let me just stop and get a disclaimer. The Saving Par Show is not responsible for any losses gained by gambling. Gamble responsibly. Dial 1-800-BETS-OFF if you think you have a problem. I made that up off the top of my head too. I made that up off the top of my head. Years and years of sitting in a truck listening to the radio. All right, Matthew, give us. You can't pick Bryson. Wouldn't it be funny if Bryson just showed up and piped Wyndham Clark in the knee, like, "Hey guys, I got my bag if you need me." He just Nancy Kerrigan him and just.
He deserves to be there, but
he does.
I think so too. I really think the USA.
At least other countries don't care about having live golfers in the Olympics.
Yeah, well, Chile doesn't exactly have much to choose from, and neither does Spain. So
I'm gonna go with good old Rambo.
Good old Rambo.
He's had some momentum building up the last couple weeks, so I'm excited to see what he does.
Absolutely. Andrew, give me your pick.
I'm going Xander. I mean, he's got the hot hand this year.
You going Xander Schauffele? Xander Souffle?
Yeah.
Didn't he win it last year?
No, he won in Rio. I believe he won in Rio, didn't he? Wait, I don't think did they have Olympic golf in 2020?
I think so, because
I thought they
Ricky and all them got tattoos for it.
No, that was Rio.
Was it?
I knew that. I remember that being Rio.
Yeah, Ricky's was Rio.
It was in Tokyo, and it was Xander Schauffele. Here's your interesting factoid of the day. Who got silver medal at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics?
I know this because they took a picture with Xander, and it was in the was it Justin Rose?
It was not Justin Rose.
God, he won.
You're not. I don't think anybody's gonna guess this one because this one's a little out there.
Abraham Ansher.
The one and only
Sergio Garcia?
Sabatini. Rory Sabatini took silver, and bronze medal went to CT Pan.
That's a wild.
That is a podium.
That's odd.
That is a podium right there.
Someone made a lot of money off that one.
Who was in it for the United States? Full results. Xander Schauffele, Colin Morikawa, Justin Thomas, and Patrick Reed.
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
Justin Thomas and Patrick Reed both placed 22nd.
Wonder how many balls Patrick Reed cheated on.
Everybody has that hatred for Patrick Reed. Everybody has that hatred for Patrick Reed. Okay, and Andrew, who was your pick?
Xander
Schauffele.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I don't want to pick him because I know he's just going to let me down. I'm looking at Victor Hovland, and he's just not having a good year. Part of me wants to really. There's always Aberg. Part of me really wants to pick Tommy Fleetwood. But I'm going to go with the safe bet here. I'm going to go Scotty Scheffler because Scotty too hotty, man. That guy has been
felon.
But Scotty doesn't know.
Charges were dropped. Charges were dropped. He's not a felon.
Just some corrupt police department.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The picks for the Olympics.
Starting August 1st.
Joaquin Neiman, John Rahm, Xander Souffle, and Scotty the Felon Scheffler, the man who evades police and drags them to their inevitable end. But anyway, moving forward, we did want to have a brief discussion because it kind of came up on Sunday. Me, Matt, and Brandon. I believe Matt and Kory and Brandon all have a scramble at Old Hooters Hollow.
There's no need to play because we're just going to win anyway.
I mean, I did beat Brandon yesterday, so
Ooh.
I'm just saying you don't have the big guns for Hoots Hollow.
Oh, we just need him to put one down there in the fairway somewhere.
I was gonna say
I found the fairway a lot more than he did. Just saying. I feel.
Well, so did I.
I'm a good fairway finder when I need to be with the driver, and it goes it goes a good distance, not as long as Matt, but I just have to put one out there safe.
Yeah.
Between,
that's my job, dude. That's my comfort zone, man.
Brandon hits a little bit farther than you do, but like you're not short.
I don't care. I'm not playing in it. I didn't even know it existed.
So
I wasn't invited.
I mean,
I'm not good enough.
The three of us, I mean, that course is such an easy driving course that I'm just gonna hammer drive. Even if you guys weren't in play, I was just gonna hammer driver anyway. That's why me and Brandon are a good 2-man team.
If you don't go 18 under, something's wrong.
Oh, it'll be worse.
Well,
than
we
that,
have a
dude.
mulligan. We have a mulligan apiece too. So.
It'll be worse than that.
23 under, maybe 24.
Dude, I think I
think 22 is gonna win it.
I'm pretty. And Andrew. Yeah. No. Okay, here. Let me go ahead and stop. Kory, let me go ahead and stop you there. I played with them from the whites yesterday and shot a 76. So, yeah, it's going to be easy for you. I think I had two eagle opportunities that day.
I shot 2 under fucking around.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. Not long.
So from the tees we're playing, it's 5,900 yards.
Jesus.
Good Lord.
I shot, like I said, that's why it's a good. It was a good confidence round. Man.
I almost drove
shot
the
76.
green on 3 of the par 5s.
Yep.
I saw you sent me one, and I was like, well,
that 400 some odd
chipping.
Yeah, 442.
I had
literally
two
be chipping on par 5s. Like that's wild.
I had, dude,
well,
no, I had.
18, so 8.
I'm not kidding. I had 2 eagle
also
opportunities yesterday.
Number 9, also the par 5, is like you can literally cut the corner, and I had 50 yards in.
What? Like, can we drive a lot of the par 4s? Like, this is gonna be wild.
Yeah, actually,
yeah, almost.
Pretty sure Matt did almost twice. He pretty much just had chips in.
Almost every single par 4 is gonna be drivable.
You've never played Hoots Hollow? You've never played Hooters Hollow?
I've never
played
Hooters.
it.
You've never had to play. Well, Andrew, it's also a 2-hour drive for you.
Yeah, I'll pass.
But I mean, when you get down there, honestly, you're gonna love the course. Like I love Hoots Hollow because it's a fun course to just go out and hit.
Look at Kory. Do you use Apple Maps or Google Maps?
I'm a Google Maps guy.
Okay, so make sure I'll double check and send you the right one. Apple Maps takes you. It swapped.
It takes you to
It swapped them. So
all you got to do is take 291 straight through.
Yeah.
You'll see a big sign that says Country Creek. Don't turn. Keep going. And then you'll see a big pond, and then it'll have a sign that says Hoots Hollow. Turn there. You can't miss it. The other way will take you to, and I had to drive by it yesterday. I didn't realize Country Creek has a new clubhouse. That is ridiculous. Yep. That's absolutely ridiculous.
I've never played either of those courses. But
anyway, we played Hoots Hollow. Well, Country Creek's a good goat track. That's all there is to it. It's a goat track. That's 100%. It used to be 2 courses. It used to be the Rock and the Kory. So it used to be one. It used to have 18 and 9 on one side, and then 9 on the across the street. And then they sold all that off. They tried to make like a 9-hole par 3, but that didn't work out. So now it's just Country Creek on that side. Hoots Hollow is across the street. It's a lot nicer. It's in better shape. I mean, we played from the whites because that's what you guys will be playing on. Is it Saturday?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And I'm playing on a work scramble Friday in Topeka. So.
You are just a travel machine.
Burning the candle at both ends.
He ain't got to pay for the gas, so.
Yeah, but he's just going to drive that
new Tahoe.
Get that green free candy van.
It's a Suburban.
No, you're going to drive the green van. It's a work event, so you can drive the van and get away with them paying for the gas. Come on. And if you're not, then you're not. Come on, man. You got to do it. They pay for the gas at Topeka. But anyway, so we got down to Hoots Hollow, and we were a little skeptical at first because if anybody out there saw it, and I don't know if you guys saw it, there was a lot of vandalism that went on down there a couple weeks ago. There was
the flag sticks were almost as tall as Chris.
Yeah,
they had to cut a couple in half to make them to have enough.
Damn,
that's not true.
No,
That's not true.
Well, Chris
don't take that away from me. I was taller than at least 2 flag sticks.
He goes, "Hey, I'm taller than the flag stick."
I'm taller than the flag stick.
I was like, Chris, the flag's underground.
Yeah. But anyway, if you saw on Casey Golf, somebody from down there posted, I mean, they tore that place up. A couple of the greens, they took divots like crazy out of. They carved some words into a green that I won't repeat here. They threw all the trash cans into the lake. And they just did a number on some of the tee boxes, and it was it's a shame. I don't care. I mean, I personally don't care if it's a municipal golf course. I don't care if it's the most low budget golf course. You still got to be respectful, and anybody that does that and gets caught deserves what they get. Because
send them to Leavenworth. Shit.
No, then you got to do
deserve.
No, they'll deal with me afterwards.
Honestly, mega props to Hoots because you'd
Huge
never even
props.
know it happened.
We did every hole. We would get to every hole and be like, "Was this the one? Was this the one? Was this the one?" And we never saw it.
Never even know what happened.
Never even knew it was there. They did such a great job of fixing that place. And not only that, but I think they were actually still in the process of putting in new signs, new trash cans, new water jugs. It looked so good. They've been doing little by little, putting new stuff in there. They got brand new golf carts last year. Those looked awesome. But for the most part, like, I mean, it sucks that it happened to them, but at the same time, they did such a magnificent job cleaning that place up.
Shout out,
like I said,
management.
Shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Putting the hours in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a goat. It doesn't matter if it's the nicest golf course on the planet or a goat track or a municipal. I mean, you still treat them with respect. You still fix ball marks. You still, fix your divots. You still do, you don't do donuts on the fairway.
Old
You don't
guys in
drive up
front
the
of us
green.
yesterday. If you're listening, I'm gonna find you and knock you upside the head.
Apparently, rules don't apply to them. That guy drove right up. He drove up there in his freaking convertible Lexus, right to the driving range, like right where the employees park. He parks there, gets out. Another guy pulled up right behind him. We stopped off at the clubhouse for maybe 5 minutes, and they made it a point to jump in front of us. 2 groups of 3 jumped in front of us.
They're literally pulling up, literally right next to the green, like Trump style.
Every time,
on his
literally
golf
just pulled up.
golf course, so whatever.
And even in the clubhouse, there's a sign that says 25 feet from greens, do not drive on the tee boxes. And they're driving up to tee boxes, driving up to greens. It's like, okay, I get it. I get it. You're old. I don't see a handicap flag, nor do I see any kind of special permissions for you.
I'm all about respect, but God, if I get jumped in front of, that's one thing that's just going to fire me up.
And it was 2
and
groups
you're
of
probably
3.
going to know about it.
It was 2 groups of 3, and they would sit on tee boxes and wait for each other to tee off, and then they would go to their balls, and then the other group would then tee off. It's like,
and then
what are you doing?
Put it out on,
close calls with my driver.
After they would, so they would put off the green, the first group of 3, and then they would just sit there next to the green and wait for their buddies 3 behind them to finish putting, and then they would go tee off.
It didn't. I mean, it wasn't all them, but like in front of them was a twosome that was in front of us originally, and they were struggling. I mean, they were really struggling.
But still, like, come on now. Like,
exactly. But again, I just wanted to make a point of giving props to Hoots Hollow for bouncing back as quickly as they did and as well as they did. I'd go back there. I'd go back and play there again. I mean, like I said, it's not the best course in the world, but it is a great confidence course. It's wide open. It takes a lot to lose a golf ball out there. Like, it takes a lot.
Sounds like my kind of course.
Out there. Oh, Andrew, you love
right
it.
now, I feel like that's good for me because
I kind of want to and get from our 72 that we played. We always play 36 at Falcon, and then Saturday, Sundays our back-to-back 18s are at Creekmore.
Ooh,
I'm gonna say R.I.P. to Falcon Lakes because, man, they went through some shit. I mean, some of those tee boxes were tore up. If you drive down and you see 9, it's just strips taken out of dead spots. And
what's the one?
Is it true it's $100 to play right now?
It's close to it.
Yeah.
It's close to. I wouldn't pay that. I would not pay that.
One goes
not.
down, 2 comes back, 3's the par 3, 4 down the hill, 5's the par 5, 6 right across the road after the par 5.
Little skinny fairway.
Right before the par 4 that goes next to the water. Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Let's count again.
No,
1 is the par 5. par 4, par 3.
7's the par 4 with the water on the left.
Yes.
It's the one right before.
That shouldn't cut the corner.
Yeah, it's the one that's a hard dogleg right, and then 8 is the par 3, and then 9.
Number 6. So number 6.
Number 6 is that really
right
narrow
across the
one
road
with
from
the
the
shit
par
on the
5.
left. Yeah, it's the shit on the
So
left.
that one I drove because we're doing a job in Falcon Lakes right now for Mr. The voice of the Chiefs. Sorry, Mitch. But so he's doing. It was just really exciting when I found out I was in his house.
Fun story. I was standing right in front of him during camp on Wednesday. We were right in front.
If he was on the phone with his wife, then I was probably.
No, he was busy He was busy with all the fans that were like, "Mitch, do you remember me? Hi, Mitch." It's like they know him personally, and I'm like, dude, you could tell he does not know you whatsoever.
It was cool that I was in his house, but so we're there, and I was driving to it, and I had to drive basically in between those two holes, right between 5 and 6. And I looked down 6's fairway, and I was just like, oh my god, like Chris wasn't kidding.
It's not in good shape.
We're supposed to have a work scramble there at the end of August, I think.
Well, I mean, I hope it's better, but like,
unfortunately, scrambles don't really care about the conditions.
No. Well, and not only that, but the tee boxes that are the most tore up are the whites, and that's the most common one. And I mean, especially, I sent you guys that picture. It was on hole 11, the one that's the dog leg left. That if you cut the corner, you got the green. I mean, the tee box literally had like fresh grass, splotched everywhere, and then the rest of it was just dead, burnt up. And I mean, I get it that we didn't have the hard freeze or the hard winter.
How was number 1?
How was number 1? Number 1 was fine. It was actually in good shape.
Because that's where I'm going to be posted up all day during our work scramble.
Why? Are you not playing?
I'm hitting drives all day on 1 for we're raising money for Steve Pope.
Gotcha. 1's fine. I mean, for the par 5, that's perfectly fine. The other par 5 on the 12, par 5 12, the tee boxes were just tore up. I mean, the greens were semi-okay, but their tee boxes were just tore up.
Their tee boxes at Falcon are always like in rough shape. Like every time, even in the past, like I feel like every time I play that, it's just always kind of bare and dry on every tee box.
Well, I mean, I hope they bounce back because I like Falcon Lakes. I thought Falcon Lakes was always a great course, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done. That's all I'll say. I mean, they need to maybe even take some time to get everything back.
Same thing happened to Shoal, but the only reason I shit on Shoal so much is because of the price, and price to condition has never been there.
Well, at one point,
Falcon Lakes, honestly, like with how that course is, either shut it down or make it a $30 course.
Well, I mean, look at Longview. Longview shut down for damn near an entire season because they burned everything up, and now they are in absolute beautiful shape.
Either shut it down or make it a $30 golf course.
I agree, or discount it, or discount it at least. But anyway, that is our conversation segment. That is where we have all of our topics. We went a little ad lib on all of it, which is absolutely fantastic because I didn't know if our agenda actually had that much time built in. But Kory, we have something special for you, and we're going to start doing this with all of our guests. Hold on. I got it here. I even made this while I was supposed to be working. Let me just play it real quick.
Surprise.
The Saving Power Show presents Getting to Know Our Guests.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that a little got a little salsa music to it? So this is how it's going to work. We have a gauntlet of questions. We're going to rapid fire them at you. You have to answer off the top of your head. Each one of us have 4 questions for you. This video went away. He must have had to answer a message real quick. Matt does it all the time. Don't worry.
It was a low power mode.
Gotcha. So here's what we're going to do. Matt, go ahead. Matt can go ahead and start. Answer these as quickly as you can off the top of your head. Some of them may be a little hard.
4 questions, or we're
what?
All choosing. Were we all supposed to have 4 questions?
He sent you.
I sent you all 4 of them.
Oh, I thought I thought that was for the 3 of us collectively.
No.
That's 4 questions.
No. Each of us have 4 questions. I sent you a list of 12, and I said
make it up as I go.
No, you won't, because I'll just you can open them up on your phone, and I'll just start with Andrew. How's that?
Yeah. Hold on, we're here.
Okay, Andrew, just go ahead. We'll just start with Andrew. Andrew has his because he's a responsible adult.
All right. Best place you've played, and what did you shoot?
Best place I've played, I would say for conditions, Chambers Bay, and I shot 74.
Ooh.
There you go.
Keep going, Andrew.
Worst and best course in Kansas City area.
Worst course in Kansas City area, by far, hands down, no questions asked, Dubs Dread. Sorry, I'm calling you out. Hate that course. Best course, are we talking public only?
You can say hi.
Best course.
Public only, I'm going to say conditions, Sycamore Ridge.
Marvel or Star Wars?
Star Wars, not even close.
Live or PGA?
PGA.
Ooh. Matt, you got your questions ready?
Yes.
All right, Matt, fire away.
Pin in or out?
Ow. We're no DeChambeau.
Pick one brand of clubs you have to play for the rest of your life. Ping?
Not even, yep.
Choice. You walk into the clubhouse bar after your round. What do you order?
Dr. Pepper.
And is it GIF or GIF?
It's a GIF in my book.
For the record, Matt literally just went ad hoc and picked random questions, even though he didn't read the list I fucking sent him. Again.
I just found one on the list.
I know you did. So now I have to go through and make sure that I'm picking the right ones. So, anyway. Okay. Question 1. Build your scramble team. 3 people, anyone.
Pros?
Anyone. Doesn't matter.
I'm going to say my dad, Tiger Woods, and Phil Mickelson. There'd be some good gambles, good jabs in there. Gotcha.
Your most used phrase on a golf course has to go on a t-shirt. What does it say?
I don't know if I can say that over our podcast.
Yeah, you can. You can say anything you want. It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as it's not racial or sexist.
Justin Thomas got canceled for it, so.
Oh, that's not. So you can't say that.
I self-deprecate a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Pin in or out?
Did that one.
What?
I think Matt asked that one.
Out. Oh, did he?
I think so.
See, he stole all my shit.
I know.
You just finished your round. Okay, well, then I get another one here. You just finished your round. Where are you going to eat, and what are you getting?
I'll probably go to the snack shop and get whatever specialty they have. Me and my buddies always will ask for whatever courses special little dessert or special item they have that's unique to the course.
Okay, and last question. Pick one course to play the rest of your life.
Prairie Dunes.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. You heard all of his answers. Kory, thank you so much for being here. You get another round of applause. Even though Matt just went off script, picked random questions, did whatever Matt does. You know what he does?
The list.
It's his arch rival.
I said 3 of the questions you asked, you gave me.
I know.
So I was close.
I know, but I'm glad that somebody else calls it a GIF too. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. We want to thank Kory for being here. Kory, thank you. Thank you for the great conversation. He actually came to us with questions. This is a great first. Really helps me out because then I don't have to worry about making an agenda. But upcoming stuff we got Matt and Kory going at it up in Iowa. They're going to be playing. I had to remind Matt, it's actually 4.5 hours away in
you didn't have to remind me. I knew.
Small town of Iowa City, outside Iowa City. You might as well just go play Deer Run.
Course.
What?
It's a resort course.
Oh, I thought you said a dessert course.
Is
so
it
I was
really?
I like pie.
Yeah, it's a resort.
Great.
But yeah. But anyway, that's our show for today, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Remember, Olympics starting up here in Shoot, today's Monday, so the Olympics starts on Thursday.
They start on the first.
No. There's no. Golf is about the only thing I watch. I don't care about anything else.
I'm saying golf starts on the
brought to
first.
you by the USGA and the U.S. Golf Olympics.
Is it USGA and the? It's not RNA. RNA didn't have a hand in all this stuff.
Nope.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Everybody have a good week, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was so much fun.
Have a good one.